We struggle with this often, where we tend to individualize our Christian faith and forget the larger cosmic reach, or we look at the big cosmic picture and we're so like that we think it doesn't much matter if we ourselves aren't particularly in tune with God. No, the two have to go together. And again in the biblical narrative, we see how this works, where there are things going forward which God wants to do, but the little decisions that individual humans make, or the large decisions they make, or particularly the wrestling in prayer which has to take place, which we see here with Moses, these things are somehow part of that larger picture, so that we live constantly as biblical Christians with the big picture and the personal challenge. Moses faced that, Aaron had to face that, but then the story ends well because God reveals himself afresh to Moses in a dangerous and frightening scene where God passes by and Moses isn't even allowed to look. But then the tabernacle is built, and then the pillar of cloud and fire, which has been accompanying the children of Israel in the wilderness to that point, comes and dwells within it, so that people can't even stand in front of God. God is there with them, despite all. And that, like many other individual incidents, is a small picture of the larger biblical narrative. God wants to dwell in his creation with his people. His people rebel, they do their own thing, they worship idols, they get it wrong. This rightly incurs God's wrath. But the prayer of God's servant, and that intercession ultimately involves the ministry of Jesus himself, who Paul says is at the right hand of God right now interceding for us. The intercession of Jesus himself, like that of Moses, saves the day. And instead we are enfolded into the ongoing purposes until the time when heaven and earth come together, and the earth will be full of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.